Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the webinar, Are We Really Selling Solutions? This is going to be a maybe 30 to 45 minutes webinar where I'm going to give you some insights, some ideas, some approaches to look at, hey, are we really selling solutions? My name is Ravi, and I look after Mercuri Goldmann India, part of Mercuri International, 6 years globally and 30 years in India. The only thing we do is to help organizations and individuals improve their sales performance through sales capability, sales process, sales approach, and sales orientation. This webinar is a part of our contribution to the wonderful sales community, to help all of us become a little bit more effective, a little bit more stronger, and a little more efficient in the way we work and achieve results. So, are we really selling solutions? I'm going to make it a bit interactive. At some points of time, I'm going to tell you, hey, here's a question. Please send me your text replies. And I'll probably give you 10 seconds, 20 seconds. So we'll make it a bit engaging, make it a bit interesting, and make it a bit powerful from a learning point of view. So welcome to the webinar, Are We Really Selling Solutions? All right. Unique demands in salesperson, in what is called the problem-solving sales. We are selling solutions to customer, which means we are trying to solve some problem of the customer. That's what I call the problem-solving sales. And I personally have been doing it for over 40 years now. Successful sometimes not so successful as well. And those failures are the stepping stones to learning something different, learning something unique. So all this is a little bit of a distilled wisdom in a small way, and a lot more for all of us to learn. So unique demands are already there on the salesperson. Therefore, solution selling, are we really selling solutions? If you look at the entire past and the future, there are 3 distinct dimensions we look at from a solution selling point of view: the market, the customer, and the product. So there's something about the market, there's something about the customer, and there's something about the product. That's the past and that's the future. Of course, the future has already arrived, and the next future will probably be a much different, much bigger, much more in terms of stability, a different kind of a future as well. So there are changes taking place on the market side, on the customer side, and on the product side as well. Can I request you to quickly text in about 10 seconds, what do you see are the changes in the markets which are taking place? As bright salespeople, what do you see are the changes taking place in the market? 10 seconds, could you send me texture messages on my text box right away? Yes. What are the changes taking place in the market? Quickly, some texting. Oh, disruptive innovation, digital disruption, summit to everyone. Markets are becoming smaller. Interesting. Absolutely. Yes, could be. Maybe segmentation taking place. Customer centricity. Oh, yes, brilliant. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. All right. One more. Just one more. Then we'll go to the next one. Demanding customers. Okay. Probably you already started the next one. Let's look at the customer itself. What do you think are the changes taking place in the customer side? Prabhu started saying that demanding customers. Okay, on the market side, shrinking budget. Look at specifically on the customer. What do you think are the changes taking place on the customer side? Some answers for the second one. For the customer side, market is larger. Customer is very specific and tangible. Can you give me some examples of changes taking place in the customer? Huge choice, absolutely, no doubt about that. Plenty of choice, too many options, perfect science. Globally, many players are able to choose. That's beautiful, Apurva. Absolutely great. Okay, so you've got a lot of changes taking place on the customer side as well. Okay, let's look at the changes which could be taking place on the product side as well. What's happening on the product platform? What's happening on the product scenario? What could be the changes which are taking place? Some answers? 10 seconds, text messages, please. Yeah. New platform. All right, absolutely. Quickly changing side, that's lovely. Innovations from ITW Mihir. Niche segment, and that's why markets are becoming very niche possibly. Prabhu talks about more advanced features. Brilliant, absolutely true. All right, so there are many, many big changes. Less differentiation, Sachin. That's brilliant, absolutely. In fact, they're getting less and less and less and different. Absolutely true. All right. I'm sure you can give a lot more information as well. We will go along and I'm going to involve you in a lot more of discussion as well and take your insights and wisdom as well. All right, best product. Okay, that's the compact person. I can't see your name because I can see only your computer. All right, best product. All right, okay. Now, let's look at the market, customer, and the product. What could be the changes which are taking place? If you look at market, more competition, and the most important news today, friends, ladies and gentlemen, is earlier we knew where the competition is going to come from. But today, we don't even know where the competition is going to come from. There are completely new competitors in the marketplace. You couldn't have even expected them to come there. Can you give me some quick examples of an industry or a business where somebody came as a competitor who was least expected in a completely unknown area and has turned the market upside down? Any examples of industry or business where somebody came? Geo, Uber. That's why I was born talking about it. I mean, Uber doesn't own a car, really speaking. Tesla in automotive. So the biggest revelation today is competition can come from anywhere, for any business, in any part of the world, from any part of the world. That's amazing. Of course, markets are also Paytm. Many times the banking is I worked with a lot of big banks, and Paytm is really the digital payment solution in a different way. Chinese markets, very true. So markets are going to be disruptive. And today, disruption is a new norm. Very true side, Bitcoin, the currency, which is very different. Disruptive. Okay, let's look at, there are many changes. I picked up two big pieces, more competition and disruptive. All right, let's look at the customer as well. When you look at the customer is more aware. More aware in time, many times, the customer could be a little bit more aware than even the salesperson himself or herself. And customer wants it to be more personalized. I'm not even talking of customized. I'm going a little beyond and say it is personalized. Specifically for me, customized can be a little bit for a small segment. Personalized is within the segment very specifically to me as well. So more competition, disruptive, more aware, and more personalized. What's happening on the product side? Very simple, less and less differentiated. And one of you said very beautifully, it's becoming less and less differentiated and shorter life cycles. We have a limited window of opportunity. By the time the life cycle curve starts moving, something else comes and disrupts it dramatically. So more competition, disruption, more aware, more personalized, and less differentiated and shorter life cycles. My God. So there is a tough job for a salesperson to sell a product. Okay, I'm going to show you, and I can see it on your lovely screen. I put a lot of mice over there, a number of mouse equal to mice. I just want some examples. Could any of you say, hey, I like this mouse. I like this. So pick a mouse that you like. I'll just take a few examples. What mouse you like? There's so many choices available to you. Which one you like, guys? Which one you like? Just pick one. You can say the big red one or the guy with the crown or whatever you want. Just pick some quickly. Yes. Which one you like? Green. All right. Okay. Somebody likes pink. Somebody likes red one. Somebody likes the big red. Gautam Kumar. Prabhu loves pink. Firoz Banu loves pink. Mine with the red ear. I like the lovely red ear. Probably a hot ear. All right. Yellow soul. Giant says pink. Oh, I think it's fantastic. It's amazing because they look different to you in a unique way. Friends, pick a mouse you like now. Can you pick a mouse you like now? Yeah? Do you have a choice? What do you want to pick? All. Or in some way, somebody might even say none. No choice, actually. All are same. My God. Therefore, in this world, anyone doesn't matter. Pick anyone doesn't matter. Probably the price is the only differentiator. Is it cheaper? Just pick that guy. Doesn't really matter. All are same. That is where nothing is a mere product. The moment we think of it as a mere product, they become mere products. They become like any mouse. It doesn't matter what you pick up. It can be anything as well. Nothing is a mere product. The moment you look at it as a mere product, everything is exactly the same. But everything is actually a solution. Everything in the world is a solution. Well, if you look at it, is everything a solution? Well, almost everything is a solution. Let me give a little simple, interesting example. Let's say I go to a shop. I'm going to give a simple example, not a huge B2B example. This is how the sales guy makes a huge impact. I go to a shop. I want to buy some bread, let's say, for example. I want to buy some cakes, for example. I go to the shop and say, I want some pineapple cakes. I want to buy some chocolate cakes. Okay, you've got one kind of a salesperson who can say that, all right? That is 50 rupees a piece. How many you want? 6? All right, pack it and give. One way. Now the sales guy says, sir, that's fantastic. We have a nice range of chocolate cakes. Do you like it a bit sweet? Do you like it a bitter? How do you like it, sir? All right. Oh, I like it slightly bitter. Okay, so you want a bit less sugar. You're moving a little bit more towards not just mere product, but a range of products at least. The other sales guy who is very smart, perhaps extra smart as well compared to the other two. Sir, I can give you some lovely cakes as well. So what do you want the cakes for, sir? Oh, I have some people coming home. I want to have some cake. Okay, sir, it's going to be adults or it's going to be children. Who are going to become? Oh, it's going to be a kind of mix as well. So if you don't mind me asking you, what is the occasion? Etc., etc. And after some time, he puts together a nice, I would say, basket of cakes. He is moving towards a solution. In some cases, as you move forward and forward, he can probably sell you a very nice package of goods, foodies for a party, perhaps. Nothing is a mere product. Everything is a solution. Well, almost everything is a solution. And this is where we need to differentiate the way we sell solutions. So let's look at, are we really selling solutions? Or what is the solution selling? If you look at solution selling in a very simple, commonsensical way, to evolve and sell a customer-specific solution, the beautiful word is customer-specific. And that is why it is going to be perfectly personalized, little more than customized. There's a lot of warmth added to that in the way the salesperson does it as well. Why does it happen? What do you need to do to solve the customer's problem or satisfy a need? So to evolve and sell a customer-specific solution to solve the customer's problem or satisfy their need. All right. So that, in a nutshell, in a commonsensical way, is solution selling. All right. Let's look at solution selling in a little bit more interesting way or a deeper way as what do you think are the various aspects of solution selling. What are the constituents of solution selling? Can I ask you to quickly text and say, what do you think are the various characteristics of solution selling? Let me hear from some of you. What do you think are the various characteristics of solution selling? Let's hear from some of you. Yeah. The selling cycle could be a bit longer. Number one. Number two is the needs and expectations of the customer may not be clear at the start. It will start in a particular way, but as we go through the process of discussion, it might become more clearer and much more different than before. The solution may undergo significant changes during the selling cycle itself. The solution may undergo significant changes. It may start with a particular facet. It can dramatically change as well. Large number of people are involved in the customer organization and ourselves as well. If you look at the number of people in the customer organization, there could be people with more power. There could be people with a better attitude, people with less power, people with a little more negative or a neutral attitude. Large number of people are involved in both our organization. That means higher efforts are required. A lot more efforts are required to make the solution happen, to make the solution acceptable, to make the solution bought. And there is a need, therefore, for a more structured planning. Therefore, solution selling has a number of aspects which make it a little bit different than mere product selling. There is a very interesting message I want to give it to you. In a particular statement with two blanks, there is dash solution that satisfies dash demand. Can you try to sort of fill in those little blanks? What do you think can be the first blank and the second blank so that it becomes a lovely sentence with a new insight? Oh, yes, okay. I think I'll Apurva quickly. Gautam says no at all. And somebody else, always and all. Okay, brilliant. Absolutely. I think it's fantastic. As a salesperson, the first thing that we need to look at it is there is no solution. Thank you, marketing. Thank you, Prabhu, as well. There's no solution that satisfies all demands. It's impossible. We don't have to have a solution which takes care of all the needs, all the demands of the customer. But all we need is our solution should satisfy more demands of the customer or the prospect than what the competition can do. It is that 1%, it's a slight edge that's critical to solution selling as an activity, solution selling as a process, solution selling as an initiative. Otherwise, if I have a belief that my solution should satisfy all the demands, I'll probably never be able to create a solution. Or if I create a solution, it will be so expensive that the customer cannot buy. There is no solution that satisfies all the demands of the customer. All right. If you look at solution selling, there are really two dimensions of solution selling. One dimension on the x-axis is the selling dimension. When you look at the selling dimension, you see it very nicely there. On one side at the bottom, when you start on the x-axis, is almost like monopoly sales, which hardly exists in today's world. Captive sales, where you have an arrangement with someone to buy, you supply motors to an OEM, and he buys all the motors from you on one end. On the other end is intense competition. Therefore, the selling dimension can vary from industry to industry, market to market. Therefore, on one side is a monopoly or captive sales, which is almost no sales. On the other side is huge, strong, powerful competition. On the other side is what kind of a problem-solving dimension we are talking about. At the lowest end of the problem-solving dimension is plain vanilla solutions. Very simple solutions. On the other side is completely tailor-made solutions. Can I request you to just take a few seconds and look at some examples where in your own business, you can say that, Ravi, in my company, my product range, my business, this is a plain vanilla solution and this is a really, really big tailor-made solution. Can you take a few seconds, 10 to 15 seconds, give me some text messages, please? In your business, what is the plain vanilla on the other extreme is a tailor-made solution? Let me have some examples from the various people waiting for your text. Some examples. Plain vanilla to tailor-made solution. Yep. Think about it. Waiting for the text messages. Take a few more seconds as well. Standard catalog products, Prabhu, and what could be in your business? Yeah, real tailor-made solution. Is it possible? What business do you do, Prabhu? And can you tell me standard products vis-a-vis a real tailor-made solution? Can you show me? Yes. Microsoft Office is a standard solution. Yes. Can you give me machine tool accessories? Oh, I see. Okay. If you're selling machine tool, Prabhu, can you tell me what can be the other end of a tailor-made solution for machine tool accessories? Yeah. I want you to give me in your business both the examples. One is plain vanilla, the other one is tailor-made. One extreme and the other extreme. Custom-made solutions like absolutely like boarding bars, which are very, very specific. The other one can be simple accessories. Lovely, absolutely. Some more examples, please. Two extremes I want you to give. Plain vanilla and tailor-made for your business. Some more examples, some more chat box filling in. Yep. Yeah. When you take machinery, can you give me the example? Okay. You are talking of just components to machinery which can be completely tailor-made, Gautam. Absolutely great. Okay. Right. Some more examples from somebody else as well. Just a couple of more. Plain solution animation for all text to what can be something very tailor-made. The person who says marketing, what can be the really tailor-made ones? Something much more complex. Yep. Some more. Put your thinking cap. Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. All right. We'll just hold it for a while now. So selling dimensions on one side, on the other side is problem solving dimension. If you really look at it, if you look at the bottom half, that's almost like a typical standard sales. But if you go the top part of it, that is where we look at many dimensions of problem solving sales, which means as we move more and more towards tailor-made solutions, and if you look at it on the right-hand side a little bit more, it's much, much more complex in terms of the solution itself and in terms of complexity of the competition itself. We are moving a lot more. And therefore, the blue zone requires a high level of solution selling ability or a problem solving sales ability. We don't have to sell a solution every time. We don't have to. Sometimes it's a mere product selling, but we can sell a lot more times if we only focus the solution part in a lot more opportunities with a lot more customers in a lot more consistent manner. If you want to differentiate nicely, we have to move towards selling a solution. Of course, we can't sell everywhere. If somebody comes and says, I want 5 chocolate cakes, what do you want it for? I don't want to eat now. I want to take it home and eat, that's all. Okay, fine, here's the product. We don't have to look at solution selling, but we can sell solutions every time a little bit more, at least you can attempt it in more opportunities with a lot more customers in a lot more consistent manner. But all this calls for a solution seller mindset. Solution selling has a huge range of skills. But what I'm going to focus today in this short webinar is what kind of a mindset we need to have to be a very good solution seller. Let's look at the mindset to be a solution seller. What can be a mindset to be a solution? All right, I'm going to ask you to text the filling the blanks. Let's make it engaging. They never said they needed that. Uncover the dash needs. Some more. I hear the word person talking about latent needs. Something more. Somebody said customer's needs. That's obviously customer's needs. Something more. Okay, I like the word latent. I have another word. That's all. Not a big difference. One more. Come on. Some more choices, please. Uncover the dash needs. Specific needs, Prabhu. Okay, good. Something more. Oh, yes, that is Giant talking about it. Okay, Giant. I'm not saying that latent is wrong. Latent is same as hidden in a way. So, uncover the hidden needs. Can I request you to just text me quickly? How can we uncover the hidden needs of a customer? Give me some ideas. How can we uncover the hidden needs of the customer? Yes, you are right, Rishikesh. Unstated needs. How can we uncover them? How can we find it out? How can we do that? How can we get these hidden needs? How can we do that? Yes. Discuss at length. Mihir, fantastic. Okay, what else? Give me some more. By asking open-ended questions, brilliant. Brilliant, okay. Empathize with the customer, absolutely fine. Probe into, that's what Meghi says, lovely. Building rapport, absolutely. Then you have opportunities to know much more. Ask specific questions. Understand perspectives of the customer very strongly from all stakeholders. Absolutely fabulous. I'll just add one dimension to that. You already mentioned it nicely. I would simply say, as solution salespeople, we must develop the ability to have great conversations. When we meet customer, it is great conversation. Yes, it is open-ended question. It is open-ended question. It is understanding the requirements. All this is under the beautiful umbrella eyes. Can I have conversations with customers? Is a customer having conversation with me? A customer has a conversation with me. Let's ask you this question. When do you think a customer will be happy to have a conversation with a salesperson? When? Yes, when we are ready to listen. Absolutely. Brilliant. Okay. Yes. What else? When you're answering his needs. John Noguera talks about it. Brilliant. Building confidence. Absolutely. Referring his needs. Absolutely. No doubt about that. Yes. Very true. When we specify his challenges. Okay. I will give you 2 dimensions of that. Absolutely. Which is the customer will be happy to have a conversation with you when a customer has confidence that you are value adding. When I value add, the customer is ready to have a conversation. Second, the customer should be comfortable in talking to me. Believe in the capability and having a comfort to talk to people is only thing that makes people a conversation. So uncover the hidden needs. Second mindset, know what a customer wants. Can you now fill in the text? You already have the answers, guys. Know what a customer wants. Something very interesting word, very simple elementary word. Know what a customer wants. What can need, brilliant. Sometimes what a customer wants is not necessarily what a customer needs. When say customer needs, not only what he thinks he needs, if I am a salesperson who is a very good solution seller, I have the expertise, I have the right orientation, I have the right aptitude and attitude, I will tell the customer, hey, Mr. Customer, my good friend, this is not what you need. Wants are not always needs sometimes. Then you are able to really make the customer see you as a trusted advisor. An advisor gives what one needs, not necessarily what one wants. His wants might become his needs at times, absolutely. But my focus is I want to look at the needs to start with as well. So that's one dimension. A third dimension, insist on a binary, this or that, A or B. But a good solution seller, we're not selling a catalog product, as you said nicely. When you sell a solution, we don't insist on binary. Juggle. Can you fill in the text, please? What can be that? It's a beautiful word. Let me see who gets it right. That is the beautiful quality of a salesperson who is a solution seller. Juggle dash requirements. Fill in the blanks, please. Come on. It's a bit of a quiz now. Juggle. Kiss. Oh, no, not really. A little bit stronger. Multiple. I like it, Syed. Multiple. Lakshmi talks about multiple. But I want you to give me a little more stronger word. The word juggling itself is a lovely clue. The word juggling is a lovely clue. Alternate, yeah, okay, Prabhu, alternate. Make it a little more stronger, a little more stronger. When I tell you the words, let me give a little clue. Let me give a little clue. Sometimes the two requirements may be, sometimes, maybe a bit opposite. Maybe a bit opposite. Maybe a bit opposite. So can you tell me what could be the word? Choices, some other words. Sorry, I'm just, oh, I got Samir to say that. Okay. Conflicting requirements. Sometimes the requirements could be conflicting. Some of you who are in the lovely B2B sales, when you're selling equipment, machinery, components, systems, etc., you'll find that you have a procurement, you have a user, you have a technical person, you have a R&D. Their requirements many times can be conflicting. The ability of a solution seller is to use the conflict in a productive way. The word conflict many times makes us think it is negative. That's normally the word conflict is. But if you see it as the differences, my ability is to steer through the differences, build a nice consensus around it. I have to juggle. Look at the juggler. When a juggler juggles multiple balls or rings, whatever, if you look at it, one ring is in the air, the other ring is in the hand, the third one is about to go up, the fourth one is about to come down, etc., etc. He has got to handle conflicting requirements. So juggling conflicting requirements and not seeing them as conflict, but steering them effectively is a great mindset of a solution salesperson. See customer expectations. See customer expectation. I got a little blank there. Set and dash customer expectation. This is a tough one. Let me see how many of you do that. That's a beautiful word. Exceed. Okay, let me give an example. Satisfy. This is not after the expectation, but it is during the expectation process itself. We must do something very nicely. That's a great quality of a solution sales mindset. Set at evaluate, prioritize, perceive, fulfill. Fulfill is after. No, I don't have to satisfy all your expectations now. Clarify, meet, all these things come much later. I have to do something about his expectation. Sometimes, let me give a clue. Sometimes customers' expectations may not be correct, may not be right, may not be what he needs, may not be what is important. Okay, somebody's coming with the word prioritize. I want you to think of one more word, Selva. Prioritize is a beautiful word. And after you prioritize, you may have to say that this expectation is not needed. This expectation is, of course, important. So what is it that the salesperson, the solution salesperson is doing? Define, I like the word define. Let me give a little clue. This is a beautiful word, redefine. That's fantastic. All these have a common element, and that one single word begins with a word called with a letter I. I, and it's a beautiful word. That's a great quality of a solution selling mindset. I. Sometimes the sales guy does it. You know, you go to a shop, you want to buy something red, but you end up buying blue because the blue looks good on you. The salesperson has done something very nicely. So what can be the word? Identify. That's too simple, my dear friend. Make it a bit more stronger. All right, come on, quickly. One more choice, otherwise I'm going to say it. Initiate, not enough, but little more stronger than initiation was. Identity. Oh, got it. Somebody said that. Who is this guy? Nachiket said that. Influence customer expectations. The great solution selling mindset is influencing customer expectations. It is not only influencing later, influencing earlier is very important. You're a good advisor. You're a good consultative person. You're a good person who wants to help the client do well. I influence expectation. Influence in the right way, not influence in a manipulative way. Set and influence customer expectation. That's a very important. That includes identify, initiate, redefine, define, prioritize. All those lovely words you said all come under the beautiful umbrella of influencing customer expectations. Otherwise, we are simply noting down customers' expectations. No. We have a role to play as a solution seller to influence the customer expectation in the right direction, of course, for value to the customer. And if it's value to the customer, it's consequently a value to me because then he's going to use my product. Seek customer expectation, set that influence. All right. Establish a shared vision of as is and better. Establish a shared vision. A vision to be shared between the salesperson, the solution seller, and the customer. As is the current, the next one is better. But if I was, oh, Sunil said it so quickly, as is and to be. That goes beyond better. That's much stronger. That has got a stronger vision ahead. That means I'm looking at you a little beyond. Not simply better, but where it ought to be, where it is required to be. That's another great quality of consultative and solution selling mindset. Deep understanding of customers' technical needs. Deep understanding of customers. Come on, let's look at this, my friends. Come on. This is much larger than technical needs. It's a big umbrella itself. What can, again, two lovely words. Pain points, challenges, requirements, beautiful words. I want you to go a little beyond. Let's say you are a good solution salesperson. One of your mindset would be to look at customers' pain points, not only pain points for this. Look beyond. Look at his business in a totality. Look at his business in a broader angle. Look at his business in a broader umbrella. So what could be the two lovely words which are possible as well? What could be the two lovely words possible? There are two words here. Anybody? It's a little beyond. It's a little beyond. What? Anything else you can think of? Basic need? Yeah, something more than that. Something more than that. Care is okay. Oh, interesting. I like the word care is. Samir talks about care is very lovely, which means the customer's overall care is. And I'm going just one step beyond that, Samir. Just a little bit more. Yes, you are right about RI, a little bit about other things as well. Yes, absolutely. I'm going, somebody used the word Sunil Surabhi. Business process. I like the word Sunil. You use the word business process. I'm going to give you a little quiz to you. I like the first word, business. The second word is a lovely word, but I want to make it a little more, not just process. There are things in the customer's environment. There are things in the customer's world which impact the customer's business. There are many things happening in the customer's business world which impact customer's business, and therefore care is dash, dash, dash. So the first word is business. What could be the second word? Necessity, environment. All right, I'll just put it nicely. We're pretty close to you. Come to that. Very close. The business drivers. What drives customers' business? His customers. his competition, his industry, his environment, his regulatory, his world. If he can understand, and person beautifully said, ever-changing marketplace which are the drivers of customers' business. Sometimes the drivers could be positive, and sometimes the drivers could be negative, could be impacting. If we can sense it, if we can study it, if we can understand it very effectively, we can make a big impact as a great solution seller. So the mindset to really, really become a great solution seller. Of course, there are plenty of skills required to be a solution seller, but it starts with my orientation, my attempt, my desire, and I want to be a solution seller. Of course, I can't sell solution everywhere. I can sell a little more, in a little more time, a little more opportunity, and a little more consistent way. Therefore, the key question to ask all of you, time to reflect a bit is, are we really selling solutions, or can we sell solutions better? Guys, that's the end of the webinar. Any questions you have, most welcome. Just go ahead right now. And of course, I will send you my coordinates as well. You can stay in touch with us, and any doubts you have, you can certainly ask over the mail. But right now, top of the mind, what comes to your mind, anything, just go ahead. Any thought, anything you want to ask, just go ahead. Thank you, Srinivas. Thank you, David. Thanks. Yes. I think Gautam is asking a question. What are the proactive skills required by sales in solution selling? Right. If you look at the skills part of it, there are 5 critical skills required in solution selling. There are many, but these 5 are critical. One, I would use the word is analytical, ability to analyze a customer situation. That's number 1. It's real strong analytical skills. Second is the opposite of analytical skills, which is synthesis, ability to connect the various dots at the customer's place. Because analysis is dissecting, analysis is logically splitting, synthesis is connecting the two different things. A good solutioning requires ability to connect the dots. So analytical skills, synthesis skills, and the third one is conversation skills, which are extremely vital. Ability to simply have a conversation and enjoy the conversation with the customer. And of course, the customer enjoys the conversation as well. I think that's a very important part of it. The fourth one, which is very essential, is, I'll use the word, we are talking of differences of people. A solution selling skill, solution selling, it won't be a perfect solution to start with. We may not be able to be aware even. Therefore, the fourth skill, very important, is ability to deal with ambiguity. Ability to deal with ambiguity. It may look different. It may look conflicting. How do you steer through that very effectively? That is the fourth skill. And the fifth one, very essential, is the skill of articulating a solution. Precisely, efficiently, impactfully, skill of articulating. 5 skills: analytical, synthesis, conversation, dealing with ambiguity, and the last one is articulation. These are the 5 skills which are very vital for a solution selling. Have I answered your question, Gautam? Sure. Definitely. Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon. You can explain one last skill. Okay. The last skill is ability to articulate a solution very effectively. Think about a solution. The moment you put a solution, it can become complex in the way you say to the other person. Ability to precisely say, this is a solution, this is why I'm giving this solution to you, this is what this solution will do for you now, and this is what this solution will do for you in the future. Ability to explain in a precise, effective, tangible way the solution is articulation of the solution, Gautam. Have I communicated properly? Great. So thank you guys. Have a good afternoon. Have a good fiscal year ahead and all the very best. We'll stay in touch. Thank you so much.